Tameca, good morning. How you doing? So yeah, just very quickly. Normally the protocol is that when you reach out via email, I send you the information because I can send you it all in the description of the email there, and then through the email, basically use PayPal in order to pay, and then go back to the email and send the details. So I can pretty much just go over to here and look at all the information, and then I've got sort of like names, information, star placements, and then a little bit of backstory, so I can kind of gather on how I can actually help. So I didn't know that you'd paid, so I didn't know what your questions was or anything like that. So sorry that your reading was late. So very quickly, just to go over, I still haven't got, because I'm going away today, so I don't have time in order to like reply. When I got your message last night, email, it was really late and we was just about to go to bed. So I haven't got time in order to go back over to what his name is. So I can only really just go off what I've got here at the moment. So, okay, I don't have my reading class. Oh, that was because of the... I'm not in a relationship, but someone is in my... So are they in your energy or your life? Because what I have noticed you've put, not sure of, but we both are Geminis. So you don't... do you not know what your placements are now? But if you're both Geminis, what I do know is in the Gemini reading, there was catfishing that was coming up because it was more of an online relationship. So you've got to be very careful on that, because that came up very much so in Gemini reading, which would have also been representation of like a Cappy, because of the energy really, but meaning 6, because I read in code. So it would have definitely come up in the Gemini reading there, the recent one that I just did for YouTube. It was about... I started talking about catfishing and very important about online dating and not really knowing who the person is. So I have to make sure of a few things first before I continue on with your reading, is to make sure that this is not an online relationship and that it is a physical one, not an online metaphysical relationship, that you know the person a lot, that you've been out on a lot of dates and stuff like that. It's very important. If not, there could be a lot of trickery, tomfoolery, mind games through online dating, which I find very dangerous. And I do get a lot of clients that do that as well. So be very cautious. So I'm not in a relationship. Someone's in your, but not in your life. But I'm not sure if he is sincere this time, just waiting to know if I can in your life this time. So you've been in a relationship before and you broke up, right? Is that if he's sincere this time? So you must have been in a relationship, right? Dating and stuff like that. Wanting to know if I can let my guard down with him or not because of the past. He says he's divorced now. So when you was dating before, you knew that he was married, right? So me, I would completely move on, really. But he's supposed to be in the public eye. But have you done research on this person's name, right? Like, because if they're in the... When you say public eye, what do you mean? Like, on YouTube, or do you mean like someone that's on the television? I don't know. But either way, if someone's... on the television, you can pretty much easily Google their name and find them on the television, right? But whatever you pick up on really is fine, because might want to say something else more important. I don't know if that is enough information. Well, me, to be honest with you, the whole small story sounds very skeptic. It sounds like it's more of a metaphysical type sort of... I don't know. Like I said, I would question it, but I haven't got enough details from you to know whether you've been in a relationship or whether this is an online relationship. Because if a person's in the public eye, you'd know that because you'd see them. You would definitely see that, and you would definitely know that because it would be public. Public eye means it's in the public. So if it's public, that means it's public knowledge. And if you can't find anything out, then that's a huge red flag there for a start. But yeah, I mean, we'll go off it. But, what I can tell you is that in the Gemini and the Capricorn readings, definitely mine, I've been picking up a lot of catfishing. And it was around Cappy's, life path, Cappy's Gemini, life path 3, Pisces, that type sort of energy it was. So, like I said, you know, a word to be cautious. Never date anyone online. Definitely if you're not seeing their face, if they're not showing you who they are. You know, I've had a lot of clients in the past that have been in 4-year email relationships. I don't know why, but like 4 years email relationship with someone that lives in a different country. But why on earth have you not, like, you know, that's catfishing. But let's see, catfishing doesn't always necessarily mean that they're after money. It just means that they're, you know, wasting time. They're getting some kind of, like, I don't know, very strange energy. But anyway, let's see. Tameca, what's Tameca got coming up, please? So, metaphysical connection, 2 of Cups. But yeah, you're going through the metaphysical energy. You love a person that you're not with, that could be with someone else. So like I said, very important to know, is a huge question. Have you seen the person? Got to ask that. Sorry, but I do have to ask it. You've seen the person, right? Online and also in dating life. If you have, okay, and the person's lied to you in the past, that, you know, there's a good chance that's why you're not together, you know. Because what you've got is a connection with someone, sure. Okay, but the in my energy speech always comes from the feminine energy mainly. Okay, let's see, Tameca. Yeah, so you don't know whether to believe the person or not. 5 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Wands, twin flame, soulmate kind of stuff going on here. Passionate, loving, well, metaphysical or physical, but this also means married. Means commitment and married. So I can't tell you for 100%, but you know, if a description is was the person is, you know, the person is married, was married, and what facts do I go off? Well, that means married. Okay, 4 of Wands. So I'll let you decide there. Tameca, what's coming up for Tameca? So Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo placements. There's Meg Ryan. There's the life path 3 in Pisces. So that can mean a mistress. So I am picking up on a commitment. Sorry, Tameca. Just so I'm going away this morning with my fair lady. Yeah. This means a mistress. So Meg Ryan, peace on the side. Okay. It really does seem like the person is married to me, because the person said, you know the person was. This really could start showing up as the other woman and yourself here as well. Okay. So, you know, basically if you want to base it off intuition, you know, me, I like to base things off facts, really. Your intuition can always lead you up to knowing the facts, but it's like, is that enough facts in order for me to move on with my life, or am I going to still remain hopeful that, you know, one day they might leave this woman? Okay. But like I said, so important, Tameca. You've seen this person, right? I do have to go over that, because a lot of my clients, they haven't. And the last thing I want you to do is walk yourself straight into a trap there that's dangerous for you. Tameca. The World card, which is a 3 again, long distance relationship. So this is representing someone that is in a commitment with a woman, and I mean a physical relationship, married. This here is you, I would say, which is with the 2 of Cups. This Queen of Wands and this Meg Ryan person here is the other woman that he's married to with this 6 of Cups. That's why you've got a 2 and a 6. So you've got a metaphysical connection with a married man here. Now, like I said, your karmic energy can take you down a road and a path of, am I prepared to wait for him to get a divorce from this woman? Is he lying or is he telling the truth? Or do I, you know, but this is normally where people start coming up with cutting the cords bollocks, you know. You can't cut anything. It's a memory and a connection. There's nothing that can be cut. There's no doors that can be closed, because a door is a memory. Okay, you can always go back or get back with an ex at any point, a month, 2 months, a year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later. You can bump straight into the same person that you was in a relationship before with, or that you had a connection before with. Okay, so there's never a door that can be closed. It's just a metaphysical word, but what it means is, am I prepared at this moment to move away from the energy and find someone else? Okay, can I? So again, you've got a 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So your knowledge is right, okay, but do you have enough facts and knowledge to know that that's it? Okay, because it's just showing me it's basically showing me what you already know. You're not in denial of the fact that you don't have a connection with him, but what he definitely has a connection with is this other woman. Okay, now, this 3 of Pentacles in reverse can mean planning on getting divorced. Okay, because trust me, if a person is married and cheating, okay, you know, there's a good chance that this divorce can take a very long time for it to go through the procedures of. So that karmic energy could keep you waiting, which means that it'll just tell you, I'm getting divorced, I'm still with a yes, but we're in the procedure of getting divorced. And then all you've got to do then is just trust every word he says. Can you do that? Can you trust every single word that this person says? Because you cannot really, it's not good to walk into a circumstance that you don't trust. You got to forgive and forget. If a relationship or a connection is going to work out, you got to put all cards on the table, and you got to like, right, let's hash it out. Let's have everything on the table and talk and discuss. What I'm hearing from you, I'm going to have to class as the truth in order for us to move on. If you can't do that, it destroys the relationship. Okay, so you got to fully trust your partner, 100%. Okay. Because it'll lead you around the garden path. Because all you'll be thinking of is, well, I'm going to tell him that I trust him, but I don't. And then every time he's not here, I'm going to think that something is going on, you know. Especially if they've got kids together, because they will spend a lot of time in the future still attached to one another. Tameca. So you got the Ace of Cups of this person more than likely offering you. But again, it's past, present and future of marriage and commitment and relationship. So this means married, committed into a relationship. Definitely means a third party, which means you and his wife. Okay, that's why this other woman is present as well as you, coming up as the elements of numerology. And then this means, well, it can mean a few. 3 of Pentacles in reverse can mean in the procedures of getting divorced, but it definitely still means still attached. This means married, but this also means a commitment with ex, husband, wife, and you as well. Okay, so it's still there. It's still a strong connection between all 3 of you. Okay. What's Tameca got coming up? So 6, which is Gemini energy here, and then you got the King of Wands. So it's coming up in all of the readings. I don't know if you're on my Patreon, where I go over a lot of lessons and a lot of things, but it's just showing me the same readings that have been coming out through YouTube, really, and that have continued to do so. The Emperor and the Empress has been showing up in a lot of the readings. The Queen and the King of Wands has been showing up in a lot of readings. The Queen here also counterparted with the King, which means that, you know, that's you, him, and the other woman. Okay. Now, I would hate to say that the guy that you are with, there could well be possibilities that there be more than just that energy here. You know, it's when you come up with counterparts and in third-party relationships, it doesn't always mean 3. It can mean 4, 5, 6. You know, playing the field kind of thing. Tameca, you know, because someone's in the public eye, you know, on the television, or a rapper, or whichever way you look at it. Me, I'd run for the fucking hills. Me, there's no way. Because if you're dealing with someone that's on the television, you know, whatever they do, they'll more than likely get a hell of a lot of choices within their career job here. And that could have been what led to divorce from the other person. So you've always got to ask yourself, let's see, Tameca, Eight of Pentacles and the Lovers, Gemini. So, yeah, I mean, there's a connection here that you can't deny. But I definitely do feel that this is love and lust situation, you know. Three of Pentacles right in the centre of the reading in reverse. Hierophant with 3 women present and a man. And then working on lustful relationships. So don't forget what I was explaining on YouTube to everybody, if people were listening, is about yearly numbers. Year 2022 is year 6. Year 7 is Cancerian, which is 2023. So at the moment, 2022 represents Gemini and Capricorn as a major arcana card. That means lustful relationships. Gemini, forbidden fruit if you're religious or whatever. But, you know, Beelzebub, forbidden fruit, the devil, lustful, trustful, distrustful marriages, relationships. Some of them ending, some of them walking out of a Six of Cups relationship there at the end of the year. Possibly hooking up with people during the year 6 reading, year 6, 2023, making a connection with a person that's in a relationship. Their year 6 would mean, okay, I have a relationship outside of my relationship, and now year 7's coming to a whole year of leaving the Six of Cups. You know, year 7 can mean leaving which means year 7 means leaving year 6 behind. Okay, because it's a travelling energy. So we look at the Chariot, the Tower, 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, right? So what we're doing is basically in year 7 is making plans and arrangements to go to year 8, which is also travelling. Okay, so physically walking away and leaving things behind. So year 7 can be a hell of a lot of karmic lessons through planning to move, maybe moving, but if you're attached to a person in year 6 that's already in a commitment or relationship, year 7 is going to be still going backwards and forwards to the relationship, backwards and forwards to you, to them. That's a Dick and Dom, or whatever you call it. To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you. Okay, so that's, I forget actually what they're called. Not Dick and Dom. What are they called? Chuckle Brothers, right? Remember the Chuckle Brothers? To me, to you, to me, to you, to me, to you. Sorry, my girlfriend's in the corner there. But yeah, it's, like I said, it will be a lot of backwards and forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Now, that could be backwards and forwards to arrange and go through the divorce. But still, what your lessons of 7, because all 7s hold lessons, because it's about boundaries, okay? Not cutting off, because you'll still have the person in your thoughts. Can't cut off a thought, so there's no connection that can be severed. I've got connections to when I was 3 or 4 years old still, okay? Can still remember it, so it can't be cut, okay? Trauma is just there for a reason. But, again, what you've got is this year 7 that's going to be representing, you know, you could have even met in year 5 here. But 7 is going to be about rebuilding, restarting, going backwards and forwards to a marriage, commitment, investing into it or not investing into it. You'll be picking up that energy of 7. Do I keep investing into this person or not? You know, and you'll go through that. All 7s are about boundaries and lessons. So your whole year 7 is going to be about forming healthy boundaries with this person that you're connected with. Because I really don't see this as one of those where, like, this will just be over tomorrow. Okay. So, 2 of Cups is the Queen of Cups, yeah. So you're in love with this 2 of Cups person, but there's women here. What's this Queen of Cups energy here for behind? Is the Ace of Cups. So it's being offered. You're more than likely talking and discussing, or at least a connection. 5 of Wands in reverse is the 4 of Swords. So it's draining, tiring, keeping up with this constant thought and this repetitious arguments that can be discussions that can lead to, like, you know, are you leaving? Are you not leaving? Are you coming? Are you going? Are you staying here? You know, 4 of Wands is a 2. Still undecided about, well, any decision of Libra. So that means divorced or separated. Long distance also relationship. having to travel to get to meet the partner. Queen of Wands, that can also mean a choice between one or the other. So there's the year 7 energy of Cancerian. So you've got a Cancerian life path 7 energy that could be represented within a fire sign. That would also be travelling to and from you to them to you to them. What's the Empress here for? The Empress is a Meg Ryan. There's the Queen. So this other woman here has got fire in her chart. Possible Cancerian. But like I said, we don't know yours or his chart either, so that's very difficult to fully tell you there. But I'm picking this up as the other person as well. This Queen of Wands has come up twice. Now that Queen of Wands, like I said, Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries 4, life path 4, Scorpio. Sagittarius, Taurus, life path 5. Leo, Aquarius, life path 8. Right, so, but what we've definitely got prominent is a Cancerian energy. But this is the world, so it's a long distance travelled relationship, yeah. Seems to be going nowhere fast other than what it is. 6 of Cups, I think this is the person that goes back to here, yeah. Now you've got more of a difficult problem because you've got the King of Wands, the King of Cups, the King and the Queen of Cups, the King and the Queen of Wands. Like, so that's going to represent cheating, lying, going backwards and forwards to how many women or men, I've got no idea. I couldn't tell you the truth there. They can also represent court procedures. Okay, because they're court cards. What is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse for? Meg Ryan again. 3. So, yeah, I mean, you're 100% right. He's still with his wife. But, like I said, he could be telling you that he's getting divorced. You're going to have to believe him or not, but that's what that does mean. He's still attached to the woman, but he could be going through divorce procedures. Ace of Cups. But I'm not going to lie, they still have a very strong connection together. Whether that be all very good or bad, they've got a very strong connection together here. So if you've got a guy that's very promiscuous, and what do they call it? Polygamy, where someone has a wife, but they also have a piece on the side as well of a mistress, but they're still very much in love with their wife, but they do go outside of their wife as well. That's possible. You know, they could be lying to you here. What's the Ace of Cups? Yeah, sneaky, devious behaviour. He could be life path 7 or a Cancerian energy, which is travelling to this Queen of Wands and then to you and then back here as well. The Hierophant, 9 of Wands, controlling narcissistic relationship. But that's all of you. You're all being controlled by the governor, which is the leading card of Taurus. So, yeah, because, well, I mean, it's a 5, but 1 in 7 we'll talk about first house, 7th house of relationship, which is here. So it's a very controlling marriage, very controlling situation. He's controlling you. You're trying to control him away. She's trying to control him back. And then you're just going around and around and around, right in the centre of this reading, to this 3 of Pentacles, to this Meg Ryan 3 also. So this is nowhere near over this year or next, I don't believe, here. 6 of Swords. Yeah, there could be a lot of non-speaking, non-verbal communication. This person could also lie as well. Okay. Which is the Page of Wands. King of Wands is working on a, well, whichever relationship, I don't know. What's the 8 of Pentacles? There's another king here now, Jesus Christ. There could be a lot of money and stuff involved here. I can't see money at all, but I can see a lot of king energies. Okay, and here, business and money here. But that would also be wrapped up. But you see, there's 2 men there. What's this lover's energy? Yeah, trapped in a loving, lustful, third-party relationship. Yeah, it's just leading to spiritual growth of the future. Really, very much still present, because the Hierophant stands in the front of Scorpio. Scorpio, opposite sign to Taurus. Okay, so it also means halt, stop. It hasn't ended yet. Okay, someone is still committed and married. You're still in a third-party relationship. Okay, you're not going to be stealing my wealth and my money. Like I said, if you're wrapped up with someone that's in the public eye, that's going to take fucking ages, because I would say that there'll be a lot of money that will be involved in that, and she is not going to want to have wasted her time in a relationship or marriage with a person. So she's definitely going to want to, or definitely feel like she's entitled to it, entitled to half. That's guaranteed to any married couple from the past. They're going to be wanting to argue the defects of I deserve half of what you've got here. And if that's a lot, that's going to take a long time to go to court. Okay. So, like I said, prepare yourself, because I believe you're going to be on a roller coaster ride for another year, definitely learning through year 7. Okay. So that's what I've got for you. So you're pretty much, I can't tell you the truth, you know, which is like, you know, do I cut this person off? Is he still married? Yeah, that's for sure. Is he going through procedures of divorce? Possible. But like I said, you either believe him or you don't, really. Okay, so that's the info you've got there. Thanks very much for reaching out, Tameca, and I'll see you soon.